2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Doncic.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. You've got Luka Doncic. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. And for Sacramento, Fox at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes. And it's Barnes in at the 3. Brent, talk about the length of the season. Commissioner Silver is considering proposals to shrink the season. What do you think?
I think it'd be interesting, and I'm not sure financially how the league goes back from an 82-game season and ticket sales and revenue and television and how they kind of unwind what it is they've agreed to. But 70 games to me in terms of the competition, Kevin, in terms of the elevated play of the star players on a nightly basis, the fact that you probably get stars to appear in every game and not be sat out for load management and things like that, I think overall it'd be pretty healthy.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Fox. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Doncic against Fox. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And here is Holmes. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
The first free throw is good.
You think about Harrison Barnes when he won an NBA championship in his 3rd year in the league after being the 7th pick in the 2012 NBA draft.
Barnes hits them both.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Defense's physic comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
And it's good, 2 points. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
Cauley Stein in great position to reject that shot.
And Porzingis, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
And he makes the first.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
Well, it works for them when you have a guy like De'Aaron Fox out there to blast off on any possession. You surround him with great shooters in Bogdanovich and Hield. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense on a nightly basis throughout the course of a regular season. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Doncic against Fox. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
Doncic against Fox. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Doncic, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Porzingis passes to Doncic. Lets it fly from 18. And the jumper is good.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Outside, Fox. Pass to Hield. The tray. Porzingis with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
On the wing, Hardaway. The pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Porzingis. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Clock at 2. Hardaway for 3. So for Dallas, their last game, a loss to the Clippers.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Here's Hardaway. Following the basket by Buddy Hield.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Fox. And he hits it to tie the game up. Fox has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Outside, Porzingis. Pulls up on the wing. Kept alive. Passes to Cauley Stein. Here's Finney-Smith. Back to Cauley Stein. Doncic finds Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And here are some numbers on Fox. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging 14 points a game, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
It keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
Well, the talent for Porzingis is off the charts, and the 7'3" Latvian Has some incredible post moves, a lethal jumper. Just keep pushing his talent envelope.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 2. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Oh, they did. You can get to the line all you want, but it doesn't really mean much if you can't hit your free throws. And they were rock solid at the stripe.
And good that time.
How about the touch from Porzingis, demonstrating just how comfortable he is operating in that area of the floor.
So the Kings call timeout, their first.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
These are the teams that have been really dominant in the paint so far this season. The Mavericks 4th.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him.
And here is Doncic following the three-pointer by Buddy Hield. The wide-open look here for Porzingis, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Shoots from 14, and the rejection by Cauley Stein. Here's Hield. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Hield's got 8 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Pass to Finney-Smith. And there's the feed to Hardaway. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Doncic finds Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Hield. That one's not going to go. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Doncic feeling it out. The pass to Finney-Smith. Pass to Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis, 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Here's a look at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 8th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Now, here's Fox. 9 points last game. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. 7 points in the game. So it's the Mavericks now. 4-point game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Doncic. That one rolling around and rims out.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Parker. He can't get it to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Doncic outside. Over Parker. Can they get it? Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Talk often about physicality of bigger players. Cauley-Stein, one of those guys who fits into that category.
Since taking over the starting role in 2018, Willie Cauley-Stein has lived up to his draft spot of being number 6, Greg, overall in 2015.
And you knew that a big man like Cauley-Stein would take a few years to develop, but at a legit 7 feet and great length, he is everything you could hope for in a starting center.
What's up? And that one falls for Cauley-Stein. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Here's Farrell. Inside. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson. The kick out to right. Out of bounds. Sacramento takes possession.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Farrell looking around, and Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Glenn kicks to Parker. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
That's a beauty from Parker there, making hard shots look incredibly easy.
Curry against Bogdanovich. Curry gets the bucket.
Oh, guys, that's an impressive spin move there. Didn't think he had a handle like that.
Farrell passes to Len. He dishes it to Joseph. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Brunson. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Land against Porzingis. And Bogdanovich kicks to Farrell. Passes it to Joseph. The three. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Take a look at the Mavericks. Right now, the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong. And, of course, Sacramento. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've had a tremendous year. There were a lot of people waiting for them to take that tumble late in the season. Well, those people might be waiting for a little while longer.
Well, tumbles happen in gymnastics class, not with this team. I can say that for sure. All that's left to wonder about is how deep a run this team's going to make.
Now, here's Curry. Jabari Parker unable to get his last shot to go.
And that mid-range spot is so sweet for him.
The Kings leading. Farrell passes to Land. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
So many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. Now here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Wright. 6 to shoot. From 10 feet out. And Dallas again with the bucket. A minute 50 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Farrell. Outside Bogdanovich. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
Well, Bogdanovich being a little bit crafty there, knowing the defense was closing in on him, and drew the contact.
For Sacramento, they have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts. And he knocks down the first one.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Giles checked in for the Kings. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them.
Well, the thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
Here's Finney-Smith. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Here's Wright. 2 points. That one goes. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Here's Farrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Stolen by Brunson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Finney-Smith. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Right side, Bogdanovich. Shoots over Brunson. And that one hits back iron. Dallas has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. And Wright kicks to Brunson. 27 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 4. Curry, wide open, drills it from outside. Curry's got 7.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now Parker fires from deep, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. They've got Giles, Bogdanovich out there with Jabari Parker. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's Farrell in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Now here's Parker. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. Rob. Here's Wright. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Stolen by Brunson. And the pass to Wright. Lets a floater go. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Finney-Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for the Mavs.
And turning down what would have been a tough shot for himself into an easy one for his teammate.
Outside Bogdanovich. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Brunson. Back to Curry. The kick out to Wright. The second chance effort. No good. His first miss after 3 makes.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. Such a long road to recovery from Harry Giles, but so many people rooting for Harry when it is that he makes some kind of plays that remind you of when Giles was one of the top recruits coming out of his high school class, one that included De'Aaron Fox and also Jason Tatum.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Brunson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. And as you said, Brent, with Giles, the potential is there, and that's why they drafted him.
Well, they still think that they're going to explore the massive upside to what Harry Giles represents. Great size, great skill, and it's about him just feeling more and more confident in the health of his body to be able to produce like we've seen on some nights here, Kevin.
Here's Bogdanovich. The Mavericks making the shot. Kicks it to Parker. Pass to Giles. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
So you draw the defense into you deep, and then you wait, and then you get confident down low to draw contact.
The Kings have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. Free throw good by Parker.
Parker playing for Coach K in college. He's got that pedigree as well as a great attitude.
And some changes here for the Kings. Barnes, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Buddy Hield comes in for Corey Joseph. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Farrell. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway comes in for Curry. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Right with it. Out guarded by Hield. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. The Kings making a switch here. Holmes checked in. Sacramento's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside, Fox. Here's Giles. The kick out to Fox. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Yeah, and that one way back in the first quarter is the three-pointer that has been his only one of the night.
And that one's good. Right.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now here's Hield. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Brooklyn.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist total show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Giles. Hield against Wright. Got a piece of it. Outside Hardaway. Makes it off the glass. Hardaway has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. is just a tremendous athlete. He spots a great route to the rim and doesn't settle.
Right against Hield. On the wing, Barnes. The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Bielitsa.
These are bonuses. When you get Bielitsa inside to mix it up that way, that helps.
Right, the pass to Doncic. Shoots over Fox. It's deflected. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
De'Aaron Fox not backing away that time from the contact, drawing the defense into him.
For Sacramento, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. And the first one at the line is good.
So much talk about who's the fastest player in the league, and Fox always being mentioned there. His speed and stepping into this leadership role, lots of great signs from De'Aaron Fox.
Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleber. Both shots good from the stripe. Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic kicks to Wright. Passes it to Porzingis. Over Bielitsa. Porzingis can't hit. Kings have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
Now Barnes knows in this offense he's got to get out on the break. That time does it well.
Now here's Wright. 8 points for him. Porzingis finds Wright. Cauley-Stein with it. Covered by Hield. Cauley-Stein passes to Doncic. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Porzingis. Dallas no good that time either.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
Now here's Hield. He's got 8. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Doncic kicks to right. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Fox against Doncic. Barnes outside. That's tipped. They retain possession. Mavericks leading by 5. And Wright with the basket on the assist from Hardaway. Wright's got 12 points in the game.
Solid passer for a 2-guard. Tim Hardaway Jr. is all about doing what's best for his team.
Pass to Barnes. Over Hardaway. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got 4 this quarter.
Barnes pretty much at ease from that spot on the floor.
Doncic outside. There's the pass to Hardaway. Now Wright covered by Barnes. Out to Doncic. Shoots over Holmes. And Dallas again with the bucket.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Fox against Doncic. Hield outside. Puts up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 11.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Now here's Wright. 12 points for him. Cauley Stein finds Porzingis. Wright outside. Pass to Doncic. From deep. Rebound by the Kings. Holmes got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Hield dishes to Fox. Shot from 12. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Doncic. Hardaway against Barnes. Good D by Barnes. The Kings trail by 4. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, that gets everybody fired up. The point guard, De'Aaron Fox, up on the rim.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Dallas moving it around. To the paint. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. And Holmes throws it down.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
And even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and deter a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
Now here's Barnes. After Luka Doncic's miss, here's the break. Pulls it up. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Hardaway has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Sacramento making some changes. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Parker comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Bogdan Bogdanovic in for Buddy Hield. And then for Dallas, Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Cauley Stein. Seth Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And stolen by Bogdanovic. Barnes passes to Fox. It's good. With that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Right against Bogdanovic. And Curry has it in the corner. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. Sacramento's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Outside, Bogdanovic. Baseline jumper. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Brunson scanning the floor. Wright finds Curry. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Porzingis. Len grabs the board. The Kings trailing. Here's Bogdanovic. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
To the left wing. Porzingis passes to Brunson. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and it's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
We've got more in store for you right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
The thing I like is their aggressive approach and getting to the line. You know, when things seem to stagnate on offense, sometimes it's a matter of forcing your will. This team can generate a lot of points and also dictate the pace of the game if they play with that aggressiveness.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Porzingis. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Fox.
Now, De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. Passes it to Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now let's highlight the highest scoring teams in the NBA. The Mavericks 4th.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
The Mavericks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Porzingis. And so Fox will bring it up for Sacramento. They trail by 3. Pass to Hield. He kicks it to Barnes. Now here's Holmes. Now the pass to Hield. The 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Hardaway finds Cauley Stein. Here's Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In general, Kevin, Porzingis' size is problematic. The D is not going to have any option but to foul him.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game. No good on that one. He's off on the second.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Barnes has got 8 points.
Attacking is one thing, Kevin, but body control another, and Harrison Barnes showing you that on that play.
Barnes against Porzingis. On the wing, Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. And the rejection by Holmes. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Shoots over Fox. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read. Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Well, for Bielitsa, he's not the most athletic player on the floor, but Brent, he produces.
Yeah, Bielitsa, one of those guys who can flow into a transition and stop 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line and drill you from there. So a nice guy as a secondary option on the break is Bielitsa.
One stop.
And it's tied up with that one.
Now, Bielitsa, a big guy who flows into offensive possessions and becomes an invaluable player in terms of the type of floor spacing you would want from a shooting big.
Now, here's Doncic. Sacramento grabs the miss. Bielitsa's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fox with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Hardaway against Hield. Here's Doncic. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, this time Harrison Barnes using some of his physical advantages to bully the defense or at least get them on their heels.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. This is to Hardaway. And the rejection by Holmes. And now Sacramento on the break. The Elitsa misses.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Hardaway passes to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here's Sacramento now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Really left alone that time. Elitsa's got 10.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And some changes here for the Kings. Giles checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Joseph comes in for Barnes. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. And Dallas also making a switch. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Here's Giles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Kleber, covered by Hield. And here is Doncic. Back to Kleber. Beyond the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic leading the charge.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Ferrell. Here's Giles. Kicks to Joseph. Lays it up and banks it in. Joseph's got 7.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Hardaway up top. That one a little long. Kings leading now by 7. Here's Ferrell. Softly drops in the floater. Ferrell's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And he's such a polished shooter. You can't give Doncic these kinds of opportunities or he's going to burn you.
Here's Ferrell, guarded by Doncic. Here's Hield, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Here's Here's Finney-Smith. Passes to Hardaway.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
He's off on the first.
Now, Tim Hardaway Jr. has some nights where it just looks effortless for him to get out and get 20 points. It's nice when he rebounds and passes in those games as well, showing complete game.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Len's checked in for Bielitsa. Jabari Parker comes in for Buddy Hield. And it's Bogdanovich in for Yogi Ferrell. And the second free throw, good. Kings leading now by 8. Joseph, the pass to Len. The dish to Parker. And the shot goes in. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now here's Brunson. He's covered by Joseph. Pass to Curry. Outside Hardaway. 4 on the clock. There's the 3. The shot comes out. Now Sacramento takes it the other way.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And the shot goes in. And now it's a 12-point Kings lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 10 points for him.
Hardaway Jr. committed to get inside on that particular play, locked in and shrugging off the defense.
Giles kicks to Bogdanovich. Len dishes to Bogdanovich. And there's the pass to Parker. Outside, Joseph. Offline with his 3. Mavericks trail by 10. To the inside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Alex Len picks one up. The Mavericks have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. First one falls for him. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that
courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Brunson with it, now guarded by Fox. And Wright kicks to Brunson. A floater, no good.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Pass to Porzingis. to Brunson. Pass to Kleba. He dishes it to Curry. Over to the wing. Here's Porzingis. Dallas again missing. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Kings. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Parker kicks to Fox. 1:53 left to play in the third. Puts it up from 12. Again, Sacramento.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Unloads from 13. Brunson, no good.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. And it's now 22 points for De'Aaron Fox. Pass to Curry. Back to Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. He kicks it to right. Curry on the wing. They need this. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. He's feeling it. And again, it's De'Aaron Fox. Fox has got 24.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
For Dallas, they got 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And the first one drops. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Sacramento. The Mavericks also with a sub. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And both free throws good for Curry. Kings leading now by 16. The pass to Len. 30 seconds left in the third. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
19 seconds left in the third. Now here's Brunson. Guarded by Fox. Here's Cauley-Stein. Dallas, no good that time either. Here's Barnes. Can't cash in from the high post. And so it's Sacramento with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Luke Walton had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, great work. We're pushing the pace. We're making the extra pass, and we're being patient. Beautiful on offense.
Giving credit to his guys, Luke appreciates how they're working on offense.
I mean, they are humming along right now, and he has got to love it as a coach.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Parker out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Len at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Now here's Curry following the missed shot by De'Aaron Fox. With some arc, here's Cauley-Stein. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
I just think he was completely focused there of making his way through contact to score the ball.
And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. And that one falls for Cauley Stein.
Some potential still left in the tank here for Cauley Stein, who is seeming to gain more and more confidence and knowledge about how to go about his business over the course of an 82-game season.
Here's Fox. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. 27 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, he just nailed his second three of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
Cauley Stein finds Wright. Brunson with it. Just 5 to shoot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And that one misses. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Curry. And he sinks the second. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Now, here's Fox. Brunson covering. Fox kicks to Bogdanovich. Takes the three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Cauley Stein drops in the layup for 2.
Taking contact on the way up. Cauley Stein going through it that time.
Now, here's Fox. Brunson covering. Outside, Bogdanovich. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Mavericks trail by 15. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good. Bielitsa. He checks in for the Kings. Buddy Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. Luka Doncic. He's checked in for the Mavericks. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Fox against Doncic. Fox looking it over. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, Dallas. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. Clock at 6. Here's Hield. Sent back. Out of bounds. Kings ball as Sacramento keeps possession. It's stolen. He's all alone. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Finney Smith.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's Fox. Peeled outside. Over right. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's a look at the schedule now for Dallas. On Thursday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And so it's Dallas with it. Sacramento making their last shot, and Finney Smith gets it to go.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Fox passes to Holmes. Bielitsa with it. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Heady play by Bielitsa.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Good on both. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Doncic outside. Hardaway against Hield. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. 6 on the shot clock. From 12 feet out. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Doncic.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now here's Hield. A pass to Fox. Here's the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, Fox really daring them right now to foul him on the inside.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Fox hits them both. Mavericks trail by 13. And here is Hardaway. Doncic outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Greg, you look at the young Luka Doncic. What impresses you the most right now about his game?
Well, Kevin, you just don't see many players his height who can handle and make step-back threes. Also, his confidence. He came into the league never doubting that he could dominate a game, and don't forget about his brilliance as a passer.
And he knocks down the first one.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
All free throws good from Doncic. Here's Hield. Outside, Fox. Shoots over Doncic and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Out that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 8 on the bucket from Finney Smith.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Fox finds Hield. That one, no good. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Inside. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, Cauley Stein positioned himself early and then found the reward there as he collected the ball and threw it through.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Over in the corner, Barnes. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Hardaway dishes to Doncic. Passes it to Cauley Stein. Shot clock at 5. Outside Hardaway. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
He's a decent scorer, and Hardaway can get it going, so he draws defenders' attention and gets the call that time.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
Now here's Hield. Outside, Fox. Pass to Bielitsa. Barnes against Doncic. Barnes passes to Holmes. Again, the miss by the Kings. Mavericks trail by 3. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, De'Aaron Fox.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
Holmes finds Barnes. Fox against Doncic. Fox passes to Barnes. To end the drought. Shot clock at 6. Fast break Dallas. To take the lead. Here's Doncic. From down in the low post, it goes. Doncic has got 12 points here in the second half. Up top, Fox. Guarded by Doncic. Fox, no good.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
He gets it in there.
They're going to take a little bit more to get Porzingis off of his sweet spot and his offensive game now.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the pass to Fox. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And yes, it's good.
Well, Bjelica is a weapon because of his efficiency from out there.
The Mavericks leading. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his 7th assist here tonight.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Now, here's Fox. And it falls over the rim and in. Fox has got 33 points.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
Here's Porzingis. Doncic right side. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You forget about the size of Willie Cauley-Stein because of the way he moves out on the floor. Great job of drawing a foul in the paint that time.
And the first one at the line is good. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Barnes. And that one goes long.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Now here's Barnes. Bjelica. Porzingis with the block. Hardaway against Hield. Now Hardaway. Doncic outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. 18 points for Luka Doncic.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Timeout called by the Kings.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
And so here's Sacramento. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Here's Barnes. After the basket by Willie Cauley-Stein. The drive by Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Harrison Barnes has been in some big ones, and that's a big shot.
On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Fox. And Doncic gets it to go.
That's exactly the shot they're looking for.
The Kings trail by 7. Outside, Fox. Barnes left side. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 14 points for Harrison Barnes. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now here's Barnes. Outside, Fox. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Fox has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Kings. Mavericks leading by 4. 1:05 left in the game. Here's Porzingis. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
Healed against Hardaway. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
One shot. One shot.
Healed, kicks to Barnes. Pass to Bielitsa. The kick out to Barnes. Clock at 6. Out to the wing. Here's Fox. That 3 off the mark. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Barnes grabs the miss. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 5. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Hardaway against Hield. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.